Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, online at ESPNSA.com. Along with Joe Reinagel, I'm Jason Minix. The XFL today, as they continue to ramp up for their season, announced their schedule. And we know that the San Antonio Brahmas are going to open up the season at home in a game that will be televised on ABC. Let's welcome in the Hall of Famer and the head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas, Hines Ward, joining us now. Hines, does it feel more real now that you have the schedule in front of you and it's out in public?
No question about it. I mean, I just think seeing the schedule, I mean, it's real now. So you can't be scared now. I mean, it is what it is. First game against St. Louis at the Alamo Dome. I can't wait. I know our fans are super excited about it. Coach Anthony Beck texts me and talking about, let's go. So we'll be doing a little trash talking behind the scenes. But I'm just excited, not only for the fans to get football during the spring, but also for our players. I mean, right now we're all up in Arlington getting our hotel situated, and these guys report in on Saturday and Sunday. So I know the enthusiasm, the excitement. They're looking forward to it. I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Now, Hines, will when you say they report this weekend, will it be similar to an NFL training camp situation? Is that how you guys will do this?
It'll be similar. I mean, right now we just need to go through all the logistics, all the physicals. We got to make sure that everyone's, health-wise is something that plays a big factor in this league. So we're going to make sure our players are healthy enough to go out there and prepare and get ready for training camp. So we got that over the weekend, and then we got some onboarding things. We have some ramp up phases where, we can get acclimated to getting in shape and things like that. So they have to do that for about a week or so. And then our first practice begins on Saturday, January 14th. I'm looking forward to it right now. The coaches, we're going over our game plan scripts and things like that to get ready for training camp.
It's wild when you think that the XFL training camp is about to start as we visit with Hines Ward here on ESPN San Antonio. And the schedule released today, you open on Sunday, February 19th. So training camp, you said, on the 14th, that first practice. So basically a month to ramp up and get ready for that first game with St. Louis. But then I look at the schedule. You guys get 3 road games. I don't know, is that good or is that bad in your mind?
I don't know. Actually, it's the first. Of course. I mean, listen. I look at it as this: if we just handle our business, just take one game at a time. I know we finish our season up with 3 home games at the Alamo Dome, and I couldn't be more excited for that. To be able to play. Those are the games. Towards the end of the year. You start talking about playoffs. Those games are very important because you want to go into the playoffs on the streak. So we pride ourselves to try to win all our home games. And for us, on the back end, I love playing at home heading into the playoffs.
Hines, it kind of take us behind the scenes, if you will, and you're really good at doing that. But what have you been doing since the last time we talked to you to lead up to this point where things are getting started? Have you I'm sure you've been a busy man.
No question about it. I mean, sometimes it's overwhelming because as a head coach, you think, it's just about X's and O's, but it's not. I mean, you're really the CEO of this whole franchise, and from, getting media attention, doing the interviews, getting the hotel situated, because everyone's coming to me with all the problems or situations that needs to be resolved and things like that. So it's been, listen, last night I was in my office cleaning up and doing things. I probably left about 1:30 in the morning.
Whew.
I woke up this morning about 5:30, got me a walk-in. I'm right back at it. So we have staff meetings. I can tell you, it's the first time we as a staff now have gotten all together, game planning, talking football. Man, these guys are super excited. And that's what I wanted. I wanted our coaches just to be enthusiastic, have so much enthusiasm just as much as the players do. So I know we're excited. We can't wait to get things started. We're already itching at the bit to go out there and start doing our drills and things like that. But in due time, it'll come. We just gotta, be patient, making sure we get our players healthy here first, and we just got to do it better than the other teams in our league. So that's what I pride ourselves on, doing that.
Hines Ward, head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas, and it is Brahmas, Hall of Famer. I know you guys have had the draft. You've had the supplemental draft. A guy just tweeted in, Wookie972 tweets in, "Is this real?" And it's the XFL already has a good meme page, but basically it's a photo of Johnny Manziel, and it says that the Brahmas have signed Johnny Manziel.
I don't know how true
you can tell people don't believe everything they see on the internet.
Yeah, you can count on that. Don't believe everything. Listen, we got our players. We're super excited who we have on our roster, and I'm looking forward to just helping them in the development. The whole mindset of I've always took the approach of just we're developing champions and having a championship attitude, having a championship mindset. Everything that we do makes. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on these players and getting ready to prepare for the season.
Hey, the excitement, Hines, about playing your first game on national television, ABC, an afternoon game. I mean, everybody's going to be watching, and that's just got to kind of add to it as well, doesn't it?
No, I embrace it. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. I kind of want to go out there and catch a ball or two myself. I'm so excited.
I'm sure they'd let you. That'd be okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I want to take another hit anymore. I've had my time, but it's just a great opportunity. St. Louis fan base, of course. I know their whole fan base is going to be glued to the game, watching. Anthony Beck and I, we go way back in the media world, and so we're already taking shots at each other. But we're going to have fun with this thing, man. And at the end of the day, it's really about the players. We want to develop our players, and hopefully they get an opportunity to make it to the next level, because the more players we get to the next level is really a testament to our coaches and developing them. And that's really our goal. We want to develop our players, but also we want to bring home a championship to San Antonio.
The XFL announcing the schedule officially today. The San Antonio Brahmas will open up at the Alamo Dome against St. Louis. It's a Sunday afternoon game, 2:00 on February 19th. Now, Hines, every time we've talked, we kind of always, mention our brief time with the Alliance and what the San Antonio Commanders were able to do. Is that kind of the benchmark for you guys in the front office when you think about the crowds that the Commanders had for that first game, which was right around 30,000, getting out there on a Sunday for a 2:00 game? Tailgating will get going at 9:00 in the morning. Is that what you're envisioning on Sunday, February 19th?
No question. That's partly the main reason why I chose to be the head coach of San Antonio, because of the fan base. Me being on the executive side during the AAF, I felt bad for the fans that, we couldn't finish what we started with that league. And it's kind of like the fans feel like we pulled the rug right up underneath them, and kind of ran off with football. And they spent so much time and energy and money invested into the team that we couldn't finish the final product. So for me, I want to be a part of that to try to bring that back to San Antonio and try to bring that passion from our fan base, because just driving through, going to the games and going through the parking lots at the Alamo Dome was just awesome. Seeing all the fans, kids out there throwing football, and then when you're actually on the field and you saw the presence that our fan base had in San Antonio for their team, I was like, man, I want to be a part of it. So I can't wait. There's no question that our fan base are going to have the Alamo Dome rocking. And it's just my job to go out there and do what I can to help win ball games and put a great product on the field for our fans.
Yeah, no question about it. Everybody here is looking forward to that game and the first game in the Alamo Dome. But Hines, not to bring the room down or anything, but the news is good today. And so I don't know if that's the news with Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin is that something you'll address with your team? And as a former NFL player, what were your thoughts when you saw that happen?
Just shocked. I think for me, I've never really been a part of that where somebody almost lost their life playing the game of football. I think for us players, we all know there's just risk that involves when it comes to football. But at the same time, football gave me so many life lessons, gave me structure in my life, taught me so many things in life that, looking back on it, I'm proud to say that, I had the opportunity to play the game that I love since I was a little kid. But everybody across, if you're a football player, how can you not pray for Damar Hamlin and his family? Because we lived it, so to see it live in person, God is good, man. And the fact that he's improving, the situation seems like he's getting better. I know our whole coaching staff, we said a prayer for him in our meeting this morning because we're all affected by it. If you've coached or played this game, you know what's at stake when you're on a football field. And for something like that to happen in the midst of, competing live on television, it just brings more awareness that this game is tough. Everybody can't play this game. But I think for a lot of players, they just were shocked because they've never really experienced. They don't know, I saw the expression on the players' faces that things were bad. So thank God, Damar's doing well, man. I wish him nothing but the best. And right now it's just about him recovering. It's not even about him playing football anymore.
Absolutely. Although as the player that you were, you got to appreciate that comments from the doctors. The first thing he was able to communicate writing on the grease board, he wanted to know who won the game.
Yeah, man, that's just a fighter in us, football players. I think what people don't realize, is your teammates. That's a brotherhood for life. You spend more time with your teammates than you do your own family. So the bond that you share with these guys going through OTAs, training camps, and things like that, I think, a lot of players see what players go through to even get to the game on weekends and stuff like that. So the appreciation that, I think, for Buffalo, for the players, knowing that he's going to be better, it kind of, they can breathe a little bit better, because it's hard probably to go to practice not knowing what his conditions is. So the fact that it's improving, I think those guys will be inspired, moving forward, and they're going to really be playing for him, because, he's already asking the first thing he asked about if they won or not, so I can guarantee you those Buffalo Bills players will be inspired and try to win this thing for Damar.
The great Hines Ward here on the Blitz, head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas. Training camp starts soon up there in Dallas, and then that first game in the Alamo Dome on Sunday, February 19th. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know we'll talk more than once probably between now and that opening kickoff against the St. Louis Battlehawks, right?
No question. Anytime, guys.